Hey, this is Cyrus from the future, and I just wanted to say I'm listening back to the recording as I am editing this, and there is like a weird crunching sound that it's happening whenever I speak. And I looked at the sound card that I'm using, and it looks like I had track backing track turned all the way up. I don't know if that changed. I don't know if that's like the reason for it, but I normally don't have it all the way turned up. So I'm just going to contribute that to being why there's like a really weird noise happening whenever I speak. But it most likely won't happen again, but just bear with us. I might try to drown it out with background music, but we'll see what happens in the episode. Thanks for tuning in. Hello and welcome to the War Report. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW. I am your host Cyrus, joined by Quan from the Comeback Spot. How you feeling, bro? You said we might need to end the recording early.
Look, all right, look, I didn't know, right? That the Las Vegas Aces were playing the Connecticut Sun tonight. And if anybody knows about the Las Vegas Aces, you know they have a beautiful center playing over there. She put up 28 points tonight. Her name is Liz Cambridge, right? So I had to shoot the DM. The DMs were open, so I had to shoot the DM. So if she hit me back, we're just gonna look. Cyrus gonna have to do it on his own.
Honestly, I'm just gonna hold it down. I'm just gonna hold it down.
You gotta hold it down.
If Quan just leaves at any point where I'm just talking to myself, what is it? That weird December stretch of the War Report. It's fine. It is okay, bro. That's cool. How's the week been since the last recording, which I think that would be Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I vaccinated already? Did I get the full vac? I don't know about.
Well, you were outside last Tuesday, so I hope you was already vaccinated.
I was masked up when I was outside, though. I was vaccinated. Yeah. You know what's crazy too? I went to the gym today for the first time since everything opened back up, like for real. Mm. And I was the only nigga in there with a mask. I swear to God, I was the only person in that whole gym that had a mask on, and it was like the busy hour too. It was crazy.
I went to a family birthday party, and I still had my mask on because, I just prefer to just keep the mask on. And they were just like, "What's wrong? You not vaccinated?" I was just like, "Motherfucker, I'm just not around you motherfuckers all the damn time, dog."
It's so crazy. People look at you crazy now when you had the mask
on. I was just like, "Dog, I haven't seen y'all in 2 years. I don't know what the hell y'all been up to."
That's what I'm saying.
You got your vaccine card on you? Show me so I can feel okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody looks at you crazy, and then I still keep it like even when I keep it around even when I'm in the car with my mom. She was just like, my younger brother, he was just like, since y'all both vaccinated and live in the same house, you don't really need to wear a mask. And it's just like, if I'm talking, the mask stays on. Just like it only comes off when I'm eating. That's really it. But nah, I would love to go outside, but Miami is a war zone right now for Memorial Weekend.
I saw they
really showing their support for the troops.
You feel me?
So I'm gonna just lay low for a little bit. But with all that said, we're gonna get into trenches. We're just gonna talk about all the news that has came out in the week, and now since the AEW had a pay-per-view last week, Double or Nothing, we have a lot of AEW news to talk about.
We got content.
Well, stuff is finally happening in the wrestling world between these two promotions that we cover. But and also, like, I'm not gonna talk about people getting fired from the front office of like the of WWE. Like, I really don't fucking care, bro. It's a business. People, the company is downsizing like every other company. I don't really work in a corporate space, so like, what insight can I really prove or like uh add besides that? Motherfuckers get fired every day, b.
Niggas lose their job every day.
We saw a whole bunch of shit last year. Damn. But so Cody has been doing a lot of constant backtracking on that promo that he cut last week, saying that there was a AEW focus group involved. And then he says, sorry, I said focus group. I don't really know what that word means. I just really just sent voice memos and like DM'd people if they was fucking with the promo or not.
Why do you keep talking? Just stop.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to keep explaining yourself. It happened. Let it go.
I hate this AEW thing where they feel to need to really like defend everything they do. Dog, the promo happened. We you said that shit, bro, with confidence. Like we just gotta live with it now, and you do too. Just move on, bro. Same with Jericho defending the ending of the Blood and Guts. It was underwhelming. You just gotta live with that shit, and hope y'all come correct next Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
So it really is what it is. Like I don't understand why he needs to like really do all that. And also just like, man, how you DM it to mad people and none of them was just like, dog, what the fuck are you talking about, bruh?
You know why? You know the circle he hangs around.
Like he didn't mention that he was gonna beat up Anthony Ogogo, that he was gonna like he embarrassed QT Marshall. He was just like talking about America and life. And nobody was just like, I don't know, brother. A bunch of fucking ass kissers and bootlickers over there, bro. It's fucking insane.
You know he's the type of nigga to have like just,
Mad yes man on his Kanye shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely ridiculous. And then on Friday, some news came out that WWE is entertaining the thought of a relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling. It was literally just talks and rumors at this point. And Tony Khan felt the need to react as he normally does. And he recorded a video promo saying what I thought was like one of the most craziest quotes. There's only room for one Khan in the wrestling business.
So, look, this dude is so lame, bro. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sure he's a nice guy. He seems like it.
He's a dork. That's all it is.
He's a fucking nerd, bro. I bet you Nick Khan don't even know this guy exists. And keep it a stack.
And you know, if Nick Khan may not know this man exists or not, but also he really don't care.
You don't care.
Like,
I don't even know what Nick Khan looks like. Do you know what Nick Khan looks like? If he walked down the street, I would have no idea what this man looks like. I've never seen him.
What is funny is that on another topic that we're going to talk about later, I saw in the quote retweets of people like shitting on Nick Khan because like apparently he's the reason why everybody's getting fired. And it's just like, it is what it is. Finance, like, what if it's not him and it's the finance department, but you don't have a face to the name?
That's all it is. He's just it's just a new person to blame. It's the new
exactly. Like what is it? Last year it was Vince with all the fur loading and stuff like that, and now it's Nick Khan because they have like a face to the name.
That's all it is. Somebody to blame.
So I know what he looks like. I think I passed by him at Target at least 3 times this week. So like it's really whatever to me. I really just feel like that this whole thing is it's not cool, you know? Like it was very lame to me. And I know people like to do like whataboutism and stuff like that, and I know it just like it doesn't really matter, but just like imagine Vince doing some shit like this when Jon Moxley went over. Yeah, imagine Triple H doing some shit like this when Kenny Omega decided he wanted to go to All Elite Wrestling.
It's like
Wouldn't
It's
it be
like,
wouldn't it be blown to absolute like insane proportions? Because
well, of
as,
course.
as usual, whenever the bigger entity replies, it's always, what the fuck? You're too busy to respond. Like
Yeah, you can't punch down.
when KD be snapping on people and it'd be like, but you're an NBA player. Why are you like replying to these tweets? Like as if he's just gonna let this slander just go by.
Yeah.
Well, what were you gonna say? My fault.
Nah, man, it's like AEW's trying really, really hard to recreate the Attitude Era war. It is like WWE doesn't really care that much. Like they'll kind of entertain it, but like they don't really care that much to like
Because the
really.
war is the only thing that's keeping the fire going.
Yeah, it really is.
This is a this is a self-made war to profit on their own, like whatever bullshit. Like they're still trying to be perceived as the underdogs, and it's just like there's no real competition here. Like what is it? Like the Monday Night Wars is AEW versus the developmental brand, the third brand, not even like one of the main shows.
Right.
Like it's not that serious. Like that's not a very convincing fight. But if you put it up against Raw or SmackDown, there's no fight.
They getting their ass whooped.
They've been getting ass whooped for a goddamn 2 years now. So like it's very ridiculous to me. Also, I don't know how. Personally, I don't know how you could be, New Japan's front office and you see Tony Khan like, adding them in tweets, saying like names outright, doing like basically like doing this.
Did he at NitCon too?
No, he at WWE
Yeah.
and New Japan, and I'm just like, what are you like doing? Like, I don't know how this makes you more like I want to be on your side more because business is business.
Yeah.
And one other thing I wanted to add was in his promo, he talks a lot about we had Yuji Nagata come over, we had Kenta come over, Rocky Romero, and the other young lion on Dark. And then he's saying a lot of stuff that New Japan has given to him, but he hasn't given anything in return.
Not a damn thing.
I think that's what New Japan should really be considering right now. And also,
I mean,
what can he give?
We don't know travel restrictions and shit like that, but
But like, they still have Strong. John Moxley showed up on Strong. They can send people over to Strong.
Maybe they have. I haven't been watching it, so I couldn't tell you.
I haven't seen anybody talking about it because people still gas up New Japan Strong a lot, and I haven't seen anything about Trent going over, Jungle Boy going over. I don't even know who the fuck they can send because I really don't care about. Like, I don't think it really spices up the roster over there. But I was gonna follow up that statement with saying like, what can Tony Khan really offer them besides just TV time?
Yeah, I can see Kenny doing a show down there. I don't know his relationship with New Japan at this point, but I'm sure business is business. They'll probably throw Kenny down there for a weekend.
We'll see.
When shit opens up.
Yeah, well, when stuff opens up and when like Japan is out of their state of emergency.
Yeah.
New Japan show got canceled when they extended it as well, and I thought it was like, this is like going crazy, bro. New Japan is having a very rough year, and I feel like Nick Khan smelled the blood in the water. It was just like, I can help you, man. Don't worry about it.
So are they having Dominion?
No, Dominion's canceled. The Road to Dominion show is canceled. I don't know if Dominion's canceled, but it most likely is because I believe the state of emergency is getting extended to the 20th of June.
Yeah, they only got 3 matches announced, so they got Yo versus El Desperado, Kota Ibushi versus Jeff Cobb, and Okada versus Shingo for the belt.
Is looking rough, brother.
It's kind of rough. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay, and then to end off this point, Tony Khan, after a post media skirmish or whatever they call it, he said that New Japan thought it was a good idea for him to cut the promo on Nick Khan, and
they said he asked them if he should do it, and they said yes, and plans to work more with them. So I don't know if that kind of like ends all rumors, but money talks. So I don't know who was DMing him or who was sending the emails, but you know, if any, the card is subject to change at any point in time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in Forbidden Door news. AEW signs 3 people. They signed Mark Sterling, who is now Jade Cargill's manager for whatever reason. Mark Henry, who is going to be there as a coach and I believe commentator for
Rampage.
And they signed Bear Country. I know you're a big fan of Bear Country. Haven't seen them since the Battle Royale thing. So
I believe one of them is hurt. Well, I know because one of them usually wrestles like solo on Dark, so I'm assuming
that sucks.
I do like Bear Country.
Hopefully they get on the main show soon, so I can see what they do. Another news on Busted Open Radio.
Why you say it like that, bro?
They're getting a lot of no, outside of just like, you know, the usual joke. They're getting a lot of news. Honestly, like I think this is the third week in a row where we like mention them. Because prior to that we never did. The Iconics are lobbying for work for AEW or Impact, saying that they have a lot to offer.
Good luck.
That's your only comment.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the women get mad time on AEW. Anyway, if I were them, I'd think maybe, I don't mean, you know, paycheck's a paycheck, but like I would rather go to Impact. At least the women get time down there. I think
they would get more screen time, more paper. Impact does a lot of silly stuff. So I think the Iconics would really flourish over there. They can do I forgot what the group name was called. Man, I wish I was a wrestling historian.
Like back who was about the beautiful people?
No. Well, beautiful people in the Layla Cool.
Oh, Laycool.
Yeah, they could probably do some bullshit like that over there, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like it's Impact, so they do wacky stuff all the time. Like Justin was sending me stuff about like Dexter Lumis stuff in Impact, and he was on like some real stalker shit.
So when they killed the kid.
Yeah, that was great. they did not a drive-by, and then they killed the kid. And then somebody got shot at a wedding. So like, I think the Iconics could really do what they do best and like be very entertaining, not in the ring. So over at Impact, so it'd be cool. AEW announces All Out. It will be happening September 5th. In Chicago, once again, Labor Day weekend. It will be AEW Rampage, All Out Fan Fest, and All Out. Like, so they're like stacking the weekend.
I like that's a good idea. I think that's gonna they're gonna turn out for that. I think the post Dynamite is in Boston, so I might pull up for that. It'll be right before my birthday too, so I might have to pull up.
God bless. I saw the update on the seats for like Miami or just like restrictions in Miami. And I was just like, oh, okay, I might see what they do. I saw tickets and I was just like, man, I ain't paying this fucking much for AEW.
How much were the tickets?
More than I'm willing to pay. I'll say this, for the Raw SmackDown shows I've seen in Miami, I've paid at least $69 for really good seats. And the AEW tickets are more than that, and I don't really like AEW that much, so I'm not spending more than I would do for a product that I actually enjoy.
I'm looking now for the 100 section is looking like 80.
I'm not paying that much. Sorry. What is it? I think when I went to the Bash at the Beach, I paid like $45 and I got like really decent seats. Also, the building was fucking empty.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's when they weren't that's when the sold out wave fell off. So I'm not paying that much for tickets. I'm sorry, people. Yeah,
You know
y'all
what's
gonna have to
crazy?
spend a lot more on the Patreon.
They still haven't hit the West Coast yet. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's
They
crazy.
haven't touched the West. Well, I think they were planning on it, and then the whole pandemic
Um,
happened. So that's,
we'll see what happens. Just conquer the East, I guess, or really have a strong presence in the East. And one last segment for In the Trenches. I know there's a lot of other wrestling news, but I thought this one was very interesting. The Raw creative is requesting for Finn Balor per Wrestle Votes. I know a lot of people are just like, oh man, I really want him to go against Roman Reigns. But it seems like he might end up on Raw. So, and we haven't seen Finn Balor in a minute. So I think this might be that match against Karrion was the actual curtain call for Finn Balor.
yeah. I wouldn't mind it. I think if he comes up the Raw with the gimmick he has now, I say wait for the fans to come back. But if he comes up the Raw with the gimmick he has now, I'm with that. I'm with that all the way. We want to run. Say Drew wins the belt back. You want to run? Oh fuck it! If you want to run Finn Bobby,
Yeah,
I
run
don't
that
think
back.
have they ever wrestled each other. Oh, they did. They did
Yeah.
at Mania. That's right, at Mania. So yeah, so
Really good match.
if they want to run that back, I wouldn't even be mad at it. They got a story right there.
Yeah. So when is Hell in a Cell?
Hell in a Cell is, I believe, Father's Day. I believe it's the 20th.
Okay. Oh, for real? Shit. I
They
don't
give me
know
a
if I'm
gift-
being.
they
No,
give me a gift package?
nigga, please. I don't know if I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch it.
I'm the only father in the whole fucking RNC, I think. So you know what I mean.
Oh, I think yeah, you was assuming.
If y'all would get me, I think I don't know. I don't. You know what I mean. Meals be secretive sometimes. I don't know what he be on.
No, wow. You know, it wasn't. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't a thought in Neil's mind, but it is now. You put him on blast.
Mm.
But nah, I don't know if I will be able to see Hell in a Cell, but we'll see what happens.
They haven't
But-
even announced the cell matches yet, bro. I'm not.
Yeah, it's crazy. What the fuck is going on?
What is going on?
But I'm sure it'll be fine. But that is it for In the Trenches. Do you want to go into AEW or NXT first?
Let's knock NXT out the way.
Okay, because we do have a lot of AEW stuff
Yeah,
on the second half of the show. All right, so let's get into NXT.
Ain't Adam Cole, baby, and you never will be. Because this brand has done everything in their power to make you feel special. Well, you got the cool music, you got the lights, you got the fog machine, you got the girl. You know what they do to make Adam Cole feel special? They ring the freaking bell. Because on your best day, you couldn't lace my boots. You can't hang with me. You aren't on my level. And anybody who watches pro wrestling knows that.
All right, so we have a lot to talk about on NXT, and I'll just say, what the fuck was this first hour of NXT? Because, boy, they were blitzing through segments in this first half. For what? I have no idea.
I think they were trying to make a chaotic first hour. I don't know if that was their intention.
They succeeded.
They succeeded because it was definitely chaotic.
It was chaotic, and I'm just like, what were y'all blitzing through, bro? To give LA Knight mad time? To give the open challenge mad time? Because I think that's because I personally I feel like those two matches were longer than the main event.
Yeah.
So the show starts out with the triple threat: Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, and Kyle O'Reilly, and they're having a banger of a match right now. To the return of Adam Cole, who just lays everybody out in very spectacular fashion. Regal comes out. You know, Adam Cole don't respect that motherfucker. Regal's getting disrespected this whole episode. It's kind of nuts.
Night, bro.
We go into commercial break. For some reason, they're still screaming at each other. And then Adam Cole gets pushed to the back. And then Ember Moon comes sprinting out, calling out Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel comes out. Regal is just like, oh my fucking God, bro. What are y'all doing? Regal steps in, and then Ember Moon gets jumped from behind by Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai lays her out, and Regal is just like, bro, what the fuck, man? My man is fucking pissed.
He's stressed. That man is stressed.
That first hour made his hair grayer, bro. So that stuff happens, and then later on, Adam Cole comes out. Well,
after he was told to leave.
Yeah, after he was told to leave, he comes back out. We're gonna talk about the match that came before it in this after the whole thing right now. Comes out, calls out Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross comes out, makes a comment about him being small, and then Adam Cole, in rare form at this period right now, he said, "I'm gonna show you what I'm really all the fucking about, bro." Real, definitely promo of the decade. Man, embarrassed him.
I'm not gonna say that was Rock on Billy Gunn bad, but it was close, and it makes it worse because that's the champion of your fucking brand getting buried by a man shorter, like a foot shorter than him. Look,
smoked him.
All I'm saying is, if I was Karrion Kross, I'm swinging. I'm gonna fucking
throw a
promo up.
And you know what? He absolutely wanted to, because after Adam Cole laid his body down, all he can do was turn red, get veiny, and then start whispering off mic. Like, like, no, you got bodied, son. You could not retaliate.
Poor guy.
Shaking my head, bro. I don't want to see the belt on Karrion no more, man.
that did it for you?
That was embarrassing. Also, the matches have been okay. So, Karrion Kross might look like a credible champ, but that boy ain't ready. He ain't ready for the real heaters. Regal comes out for the save.
Save that man's life.
And then Regal is just like, hey, man, this not going to work. Stop it right now. And saying that my Adam Cole is just playing mind games, and he absolutely was. And it absolutely did work. So we'll be getting a fatal 5-way at TakeOver in your house. This match is going to be very chaotic and very insane. And I will be very amazed if Karrion Kross makes it out.
I don't think he's making it out. I'm starting to think maybe he's getting called up.
Okay. You see, we can't keep throwing those words around
I'm throwing the word around. You're getting called up.
Okay, you said it, not me, but I do feel it though. So
you feel it? You know what I mean? I just want to make sure I'm not the only one.
I
kind of feel it.
Nothing speaks or like says get the hell out of here like a fatal 5-way where you can really leave clean.
Yeah, you don't even have to get pinned.
Yeah. So we'll see what's up. He could go to Raw or SmackDown. It don't matter to me. Get him out of here. Because Adam Cole killed them. And I thought it was very funny at the end of the promo for Adam Cole to clear the table just to stand on it and talk his shit.
And then on the table.
And then throw a water bottle at Karrion Kross. I felt
like a little bitch.
I felt like that was out of pocket because it almost hit Scarlett, and that didn't need to happen, bro.
They got her ass in the ring.
So
everything's funny, bro.
Dog, that really, I was just like, okay, this show is moving at an insane pace. What the hell is going on this episode of NXT? I am puzzled right now. After that, the show skyrocketed in quality after that. As soon as Adam Cole came back and laid his body down, serotonin just started bursting through my head.
I didn't mind the chaos, honestly. I thought it was something different.
Well, okay. I know that I'm saying like it was like chaos, but I was just like, what is going on? Like I'm like,
it was such a stark
like,
difference
yeah.
from what they usually do.
Yeah, like in the chat, I said it's moving at like an AEW like kind of like pace right now,
Like early AEW. That's how it used to be. Like when AEW
because like we got the we're getting the triple threat match for the number one contender. Adam Cole comes out. Adam Cole leaves. Ember Moon comes out. Ember Moon gets jumped. Then we get a match, and then the match that we're talking about is LA Knight versus Jake Atlas, which I don't know why the fuck it went that long. Honestly, I wanted to make it a quick hit. I wanted to make it a quick hit, but it went ridiculously long. So I made it a main topic, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay, we're gonna get to that later.
Yeah. And then, Ted DiBiase is doing a promo about, kind of just what he saw. Adam Cole comes out. Like before, like I think he got in like 4 words. They were just like, y'all not paying me for a promo, right? And then Adam Cole came sprinting out, like fuck it. And the match that he had to talk about is just went on for far too long. I felt like it went to like through 2 commercial breaks.
Well, Atlas and
yeah.
Look, I like Jake Atlas. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see him wrestle that long. You know what I mean?
I felt like that was really unnecessary. And then, what is it? Grimes could have came out after the like 5 minutes after Ted DiBiase came out.
Yeah.
I didn't like this match with, LA Knight just going, hey, DiBiase, look at this. Hey, you see what I'm doing? Hey. Like, it's like a child when it be like, look at me, and they just start spinning in a circle. Like, it was like that. And it was kind of stupid to me. I didn't really needed that. And Jake Atlas wins.
Happy Pride, man. Happy Pride.
Grimes comes out at some point and he's talking to DiBiase. He's just like, you see Atlas, bro? I mean, you see Jake, bro? I mean, Knight, you little bitch, man. You're not putting this man away. Talking shit in DiBiase's ear, and DiBiase is just like, yeah, you kind of spitting, bro. Because this shit getting embarrassing. And then LA Knight loses. And then it will be Grimes and LA Knight for the for the love of the $1 million man.
If they don't put the $1 million championship on the line in that fucking match, bro.
I feel when it's the 13th, right? How long do we have?
It's a week from Sunday.
Okay. They have time to unveil a belt.
They can unveil it that day.
Oh yeah, true. Well, they still have
people know what people know what the $1 million. I mean, I'd say for the most part, NXT fans know what the $1 million belt is.
It doesn't need an introduction.
That's what I'm saying. Just pull
that's
out
why.
the bag.
Yeah, but
you can even do. Whoever wins the match, soon the match is over, Ted comes out with the belt and says, "This is yours now." Look at
that. I would like that. I think that would be a lot cooler. So they're gonna fight. They're gonna do the thing. Match should be okay.
I have a question. Who was the last holder of the $1 million belt? Wasn't it Goldust? Because y'all tried to.
No, come on, man. I wasn't watching wrestling at this time, man. Why are you asking me?
I was like, you would watch WWE at that time.
No, I was not. If this is your first time listening, I started watching wrestling in 2015, and I didn't do much. I did like my research, my history. I seen the quarter, the greatest matches ever, but the $1 million championship never came up in those greatest matches ever. So
I Wikipedia'd it. It was Ted DiBiase Jr., but I could have swore Goldust beat him for it, unless Goldust just stole it. He might have. I don't know.
I definitely wasn't. I definitely wasn't watching in that period. What was it? That's like 2013.
That was 2010, actually.
2010. Come on, man. What was I doing in 2010? I don't even think I had cable in 2010, bro.
You was a homeroom.
I did not have cable in 2010. I was out in the street playing basketball.
I was past your bedtime, bro.
Whatever, bro. Well, I guess what before we go into the main event, what are some matches that you want to talk about? Because I feel like I missed some things on the docket.
That happened tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because we have Mercedes Martinez here. We have Kushida versus Carmelo Hayes in a very good debut. Oh man, we're going through the quick hits right now.
Let's just talk about it now then.
Okay. Just the main event.
We didn't really even talk about the triple threat. Did you like it for what it was?
Yeah, I said it was good. I thought it was they were having a banger of the match for what it was.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly was going hard for 8 minutes. I don't know why. Like they're doing like the finishing stretch of what the regular match would have been.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really insane.
That what's Pete Dunne's move called? The
Xplex or the bitter end?
The bitter end, and Johnny reversed it into the DDT. That was fire.
Hard. When Kyle O'Reilly was doing the butterfly suplexes and then rolling into another one, I thought that was really hard.
Fire.
I ain't never seen no shit like that. Very technical. I like that. Piques my taste. Gargano looked good in it for the most part. But yeah, that's all I have to really say. It was for what that match was. It was a banger, and it ending in a no contest was in the best way because
they got a 5-way. So if it didn't lead to a match where all of them were involved, I probably would have been annoyed. But if they're all going to be in the same match again anyway, that's fine.
What I initially thought was Adam Cole was going to get the singles match, and I thought that was going to be the curtain call for Adam Cole. Yeah. But now that it's a 5-way, it screams, get this motherfucking Karrion out of here. So we'll see what happens with that. And we can't prolong it any longer because I felt like a lot of the other stuff that happened on NXT was very like nothing or just standard show stuff. So MSK versus Legado del Fantasma. Really good match. I don't know if I like it more than the triple threat that they had with Grizzly Young Veterans. I'd probably say since it was shorter, that's probably what like kind of hinders it, and probably like they have like really good chemistry, but I think that rough mix that Grizzly Young Veterans added was really cool in the sense of desperation, because anybody can. You don't even have to be in the decision, blah, blah, blah. I thought the match was cool. Like, I don't know. I didn't really like it better than the triple threat.
No, it was cool. Interesting. I felt like Legado was more over than MSK was at this point.
They absolutely were. They were going ape shit.
I tweeted that. I was like, I wouldn't even be mad if they won the match.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't even been mad. Like, you know what? Good for them.
Yeah, I feel like Legado del Fantasma and MSK can really be like just rivals for the most part, and then just have banger matches with each other. Hopefully, they have a match better than this one in the future.
I'm sure they will.
Because I don't know. I just thought it was very middle of the road for me.
Shout out to Bronson Reed.
Oh yeah, I really do like that they.
I popped for that. That was cool.
Yeah, I popped for that, and I like that they really left all doubt or like all the bullshit early. Like, what is it? Grizzly Young Veterans came out, and then like Tommaso Ciampa like got him out of here real quick. So they're just like, these guys are gonna have a match. So I thought that was really great. Is there any insane spots in this? Not really.
I don't remember anything off the top of my head.
It like this match kind of just really blitzed, came and went, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Because LA Knight versus Jake Atlas went ridiculously long. Kushida and Carmelo Hayes went really long, or like they just felt like they all went really long, and this match was like a sprint to the fit. Like it was just like go home to the finish after I guess like the first commercial break.
What happened?
I don't know, but it is what it is. I thought the match was cool. Bronson Reed came out and flattened Santos Escobar. So we'll probably get that match announcement shit probably by the end of this week or the next episode of NXT. Quick hits, the callback of callbacks, going all the way back to the Mae Young Classic. Xia Li wants revenge against Mercedes Martinez. Girl, it's been like 4 years, bro. You should let that shit go for real.
Yeah, you gotta let it go, baby.
But I love that they're constantly going back to the Mae Young Classic. Like it's easy storytelling.
Yeah, and a lot of those girls got them start there. Raquel, Mercedes, EO. Like it's really easy. Like you
Rhea,
said,
Bianca Belair.
Everybody got their start on that show.
Yeah, I think like literally a lot of what is it? Most of their women's roster right now was in that Mae Young Classic.
Yeah.
So it's an easy chalk up to do. So I think it's cool. Also, I know this may sound like a stupid question, but is Tia Shaw the name of the faction or just the woman?
I believe Tian Sha is the faction name. I could be wrong. I might be lying, actually.
Because it feels like that's their name to me.
Yeah, I believe so. Let's see.
Yeah, quick Google search. I'm not cutting this out, but the reason why I say that is because she doesn't speak, and Xia Li said most of the stuff there, and then they did Tia Shaw, similar to like when they do like Hit Row stuff.
Yeah,
and then Hit Row had a very funny interaction in the parking lot.
Enough. We gotta stop lying about Hit Row. All
right,
enough, bro. I can't. That's
okay. Say the line that got you before we go back to the.
You know my problem with Hit Row is it's AJ Francis, bro. I'm sorry.
Really?
It's him. He's the one. My man said, "Let's blow this popsicle stand." I haven't heard that since the 90s.
All right, I'm not gonna fault you there. That shit was corny, bro. That was corny.
It sucks because I want to like Hit Row a lot. They seem cool, kind of, but they're also like, it's just when they talk, like,
We'll talk about Hit Row in a second, but what is the verdict on Tia Shaw?
I don't know. I'm waiting for you to figure it out.
Okay, brother. To me, it really just feels like it's the name of the group more than it is the person.
I think it's the group,
right? I feel like in some artsy art history way, it makes sense since she basically absorbed them into her. Okay, the first result that I found on Google, it says Tia Shaw comprises of 3 Chinese wrestlers. So it feels like it's more of a group project than just a solo joint. Also, why does this ancient entity have an Instagram page?
It's 2021, man.
You know how I go. Also,
don't the Pope got a Twitter? The Pope got a Twitter.
All right, but the Pope also needs to be locked up. So I'm gonna stop there.
Whoa, hold on. Did I miss something? What did the Pope do?
Be the fucking Pope.
All right, bro.
All right, so Hit Row. I like Hit Row. Okay, I would tweak it a little bit because this is a bit. They all don't need to rap. That's one. I think that was my first complaint when they first came out. I don't think they all need to rap. I do like the thing that they do when they say stuff in unison. I think that is very funny. And also, that's hard to do to say shit in unison. They can't dress. Drake Maverick say that Swerve needs a new dentist. Kind of bodied him with that line. And then, yeah, AJ Francis he says corny shit sometimes, but I do think he is the best rapper in their group.
I guess.
That's it.
Look, I don't see it. I just want them to stop rapping.
But yeah, this let's blow that popsicle stand.
The theme's fire, though.
Yeah, the theme is fire, but that let's blow that popsicle stand.
No, let me see where AJ Francis is from.
I don't know.
Let's see.
And also, I the beat that plays behind Hit Row promos are too fucking funny, bro.
The theme fire. Look,
Okay, where's AJ Francis from?
he's from DC, so I expected more from him. That's even more disappointing.
Nah, DC niggas corny. Moving on, we got Carmelo Hayes versus Kushida, and I feel in a Tyler Russ style debut, where just going really long and really showing his stuff against someone who is very established on the roster. I thought the match was really good.
He ain't no damn 205 pounds. He's a lion. Big as hell.
They see a lie in him, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they don't do what they do with Tyler Russ, because where the fuck is he? Please don't tell me he's on two. Please tell me he's not on 205 Live.
I don't watch 205 Live. I think he's too big anyway. I think Tyler Russ is a big dude.
I hear you clicking, so
I'm clicking. I'm about to find out. Actually,
he's this man, Google man today, bro.
You know me? I got the second screen now. I can do that.
Oh wow, okay, rich guy.
I got it from the job, actually.
You just got your taxes.
No, no, I didn't. Actually, no. Surprisingly, he's about my size. Well, he's a little smaller than me, but
nigga, you 205?
I'm like 230.
Oh, I was about to say, what you trying to tell me, bro?
I'm about 230, bro.
Okay. But yeah, hopefully they don't just feature Hayes a lot and then just fucking.
I hope it's not Zoe Stark all over again.
Oh, where they just push her to the moon? Well, Zoe Stark hasn't
for no reason.
Well, Zoe Stark hasn't lost when she debuted, so
yeah,
it's a little different already. So we'll see how it goes. And then The Way versus Zoe Stark and Zamira. All I have to say about this match was they alluded to The Way versus Tamina and Natalya. Fuck out of here. I never wanted to see a match less in my fucking life. Don't you fucking dare. You had the chance to be in the good graces of the people in the world to turn over those championships when Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon went against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, and you said, fuck it, we're going to do a stupid Raw finish. Suck my dick, bro. I don't want to see that match. Stay the fuck out of NXT.
They never explained why Adam Pearce was there either.
Stay out of NXT. Fuck out of here. I don't want y'all over here. Keep y'all bullshit tag titles over there in your already dying division. And y'all have twice as many teams as NXT do. Stay over there, please. And
shout out to Tamina. I'm really happy for her.
I guess, bro. It's cool, bro. You stuck it out. Great.
It's like when they give you the watch for being there 10 years.
Like, come on, bro. It is what it is, man. I don't fucking care, man. But that is it for NXT. I believe next week will be our NXT in your house predictions, right?
Yeah.
And then AEW is gonna do shit. Oh, will AEW be back on Wednesday nights next week?
I don't know. Actually, let me look at the NBA schedule.
Oh yeah, that's how we figured it out last week.
Let me see.
They need to stop playing and just be like, hey yo, we not about to be on Wednesdays for a couple weeks now, bro. Playoffs is beating our ass.
Yeah, Wednesday. That's this Wednesday. I'm lying. Let me see about. We won't even know because the schedule doesn't even go that far because teams gotta advance.
Okay.
Speaking of, the Lakers might be a dundo out here.
Hey, man.
Might be a wrap. Brian needs help.
Have you heard RSPN this week?
I have not got to listen to it yet.
Okay.
No.
I sent in some very poignant questions to Mark. I don't think I used that word right, but I can't wait to listen, and y'all should listen too. It should be a fun time after the Heat sweep. But yeah, we honestly will figure out if we'll see what happens. They'll most likely announce it on that Dynamite. And with
You
that
saw the
said,
number. You see the numbers they had for Dynamite last week.
nah, what happened?
Look,
How good was it?
It's like 500.
Hmm.
I mean, it's Friday night, 10 p.m. So I ain't gonna hold you, but
I'll tell you right now, I wasn't tuned in.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, but I can't, dog. I didn't even open Twitter that night. I was not interested in AEW at all, bro. I think I tweeted like 2 things and then hopped off. But yeah, let's talk about AEW and the episode that I doubt both of us saw in full.
Felicidades. Congratulations to the new AEW Women's Champion, Britt Baker. Yes, you said that a new era of AEW Women's Division will start with you. But guess what, mi querida chismosa Dr. Zeta? New champions and new eras comes with old enemies. Y sí, señores, yo, la mera mera Thunder Rosa, soy una de tus enemigas número uno. So tonight, Britt Baker, I'm gonna show you once more why you are still afraid of me. Because tonight, I'm gonna beat the crap out of Reka Tahaka. Y la nueva era de Thunder Rosa empezará hoy.
I don't even know which clip I'm about to use for the AEW transition because I don't even know what really happened besides the stuff happening at Double or Nothing. Yeah. So Friday, all I know is a new women's belt got unveiled. It looks like they actually pumped into some money for this one. It looks a lot bigger. Not a big fan of the oval shape, but it's bigger, so it doesn't look like a children's toy.
Yeah. I don't remember anything that happened on the show either. Besides that, that's literally the only thing that happened. And there was a crowd.
Yeah, there was a crowd. That happens. Jay Cargill got a manager, even though she said she didn't want one, and they're pairing her with one anyway. And we'll see how this I don't need a manager relationship goes, because I really doubt that motherfucker could do anything for her because women just don't really get on the show, period. So good luck to Mark Sterling. And then a commentator got fired for being racist on the hot mic while they went on break. So that's it. And I guess that we can go to Double or Nothing.
Yeah, let's get to that real wrestling. You feel me?
I forgot the match order for the show at a certain point, but
I got it right in front of me.
Okay.
I got it on a spreadsheet.
All right. So the first match that happened was Serena Deebs versus Riho. I typed all this out earlier today, so sorry if I sound robotic, but I kind of forgot a lot about the show. Also, I wasn't really in the mood to watch a pay-per-view because I just got off of work and I was really tired, and AEW pay-per-views go long. So I was I was already upset at that thought that I was probably going to be up till midnight when I really didn't want to be. So Serena Deebs and Riho, what I wrote down was, I thought this match was a lot better than the women's eliminator that they had. I would chalk it up to the crowd factor. The crowd was hot, made the match feel a lot more special, and they fired up the wrestlers to work a lot harder, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? I'm happy you said that, because I think I said this before on here, but if there's one company that needed the crowd more than the other, it was AEW. I was so much more interested in these last 2 episodes of AEW with the crowd being there. It adds such a different dynamic to the show. Yeah. It makes it more exciting. The crowd was hot. I'll give them that. The crowd was hot.
And what's crazy is that they, I don't want to sound like this is slander or anything, but AEW has such a hold on the people that go there. So, they have a control, a more natural control actually of what they're trying to do or like what they want how fans to react. So, and honestly, they can't do no wrong. So the AEW crowd will literally go ape shit for anything, and they will go ape shit all night if they have to. And they absolutely showed it tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like that crowd energy might die down when, you know, the initial wave of, you know, just being out in a crowd once again dies down. So like maybe if they like did a loop and then they go to the city for the second time, you know, it might just die down because, you know, their fans already been there before.
Yeah.
So
it was also the match was good. I like that match.
I thought it was really good as well. Yeah, it was fine. I definitely really do think it was way better than the women's eliminator match.
Yeah.
Adam Page versus Brian Cage. What I wrote down was good match, questionable spots, and in-ring psychology. In AEW fashion, there. This is what I talked about the finish on the next one, but there are a lot of questionable spots in this match, a lot of wild stuff, and I definitely think it brought down the quality of this match a little bit. And then obviously for Team Taz stuff, like roll my eyes, whatever. It doesn't matter. Team Taz never wins shit anyway. But also Serena Deeb's won, and then Adam Page won to get his win back on Brian Cage. And this is what I typed about the finish. In AEW fashion, this match was in more service towards the loser than the winner. We have a more clear path for Brian Cage post-match than we do for Adam Page.
I disagree because I think it's not explicit, but it seems like Adam Page has got to be next up for Kenny, right?
Well, we said that when he beat Ricky Starks and then he lost to Brian Cage.
Well, I think it's different.
I thought, because, dog, trust me, I thought that exact same thing when I was typing this and when I was watching the match.
Yeah.
Because when commentary was just like Ricky Starks and Hangman Page are both like on top of the rankings, and then Adam Page won, and they said nothing about him facing Kenny Omega, and then they did the promo with him in the Dark Order talking about facing Kenny Omega again, and then they didn't do it. So am I wrong here?
I don't know, man.
Like AEW's weird, bro. Any thoughts about the match?
It was cool. It felt very. I say this. I know I keep saying it. It felt very, very PWG.
Yeah, where they just did shit.
Felt super PW, like
more
than normal.
They just did shit to do shit, and
they were just doing moves.
Yeah, no selling to no sell. Like I think the most egregious spot is like when Brian Cage was going dumb on Hangman Page, and then he still did a roll up after, and then like some other shit. Whatever, so stupid, but it is what it is. Do you know what match came next? Because I have Miro versus Lance Archer written down next.
That is not it. The next match is Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston versus the Young Bucks.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. They started off hot. They came out swinging.
They came out swinging for this.
They went back to back to back. They were like, "Fuck it, we about to hit y'all with the heavy hitter early."
Mm-hmm. Go first.
I really like this match. I did. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna cap it. You know what I mean? How I feel about the Bucks or whatever. I like the match. I ain't gonna like. It was fun. I think the crowd really helped it a lot. Obviously, you know, quote unquote, same old shit from the Young Bucks, but I mean, it's still good. Yeah, regardless.
I'll touch on that.
I told you about Wild Thing too. I told you when the crowd hears Wild Thing, it's gonna be different. It's a different kind of vibe.
I'll tell you right now, Quan. I am 24 years old. I'm black. I don't know what the fuck Wild Thing is. I'm sorry, but I do know about Wild Thing. But I do think that it's pretty cool that they are getting licensed music and that they are getting like wild version, like different versions of Wild Thing every time. So that's funny to me. But speaking about the match, what I wrote down was I thought this match was much better than the Jericho and MJF match. This match was paced differently, but towards the end, it goes back into the same usual Young Bucks style and pace. It goes on for a little too long with constant pin breakups and spot setups. I really did like that that chokehold with the 450 splash that they did. The match goes 10 minutes too long, but I thought this was really great overall. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I thought
It's definitely one of the better Bucks matches in since like the FTR match.
Yeah, the knees thing is a little excessive, but you think Moxley's going home to be a family man finally?
We keep talking about this. I don't know, bruh.
I think this was it. This is definitive. He got jobbed out because honestly, if
he
this was any other
he
time,
didn't get jobbed out.
Okay, he took the job. He laid down, right? So I'm thinking if this was any other time, Eddie Kingston would have took that pin.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like he took the pin straight up. Please.
I would say that I think we're a lot closer to Moxley, going home because he's gonna be he's gonna be on Renee Young's oral sessions.
I bet.
So I think that's when he might announce that, like, I'm gonna take a break, or he's gonna people are gonna say, or because they're gonna do a Q&A, and I feel like somebody's gonna ask, dog, when you gonna go home and be a family man? And he's gonna, and then Renee's gonna look at him. He gonna look at Renee, and he gonna go, shit, I don't know. So that's how I think that's gonna go. What match is next after this one? It's the Battle Royale, right?
It's the Casino Battle Royale. And I just want to point out, if we check the records, I was right.
Hold on, let me play the sound.
Clap for me. Yeah, that's right. Give my applause, nigga.
I got the applause sound too.
That's fucking right.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what to tell you. You're right.
I just like being right sometimes,
Are you happy what you're right about?
Well, look, I like Jungle Boy. You know what? Y'all don't like Jungle Boy. I don't mind Jungle Boy.
Hashtag y'all.
I don't mind Jungle Boy. Y'all the ones who got a problem with him. He's cool with me.
Yeah, so I guess. My issue here is that nigga Jungle Boy hasn't been seen in forever, and now they're gonna try to make him a credible contender with winning this Battle Royale. That's not happening. You can't fool me.
You can fool other people in the back.
You can fool the people in the back. You can't fool really. You can fool people like Quan.
Look, like I said before, I'm a true AEW fan, and I'm a truly dedicated to this podcast. So therefore, I have been watching Dark Elevation and Dark, where he's racking up these W's. You feel me? He had the most wins in AEW. You feel me?
And and you know what? That shit don't mean nothing if it's not happening on Dynamite. And I don't give a fuck. You say that shit happening on Dark, and he has the most wins. That motherfucker is going against the crazy 88 in AEW Dark and winning against them all. And I do not give a fuck because it's not happening on the show, nor have they gave me a reason to care about Jungle Boy.
It's a good song.
No, he don't.
Yes, he do.
That shit don't bang to me. So now what? Now what? Music is subjective. I don't think it slaps. So now what?
Great song to sing along to.
Oh, like Judas slapping your headphones, bro.
Yeah, look. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I played it in the gym the other day. I was like, this is kind of fun.
Okay. All right. I was fooling myself. I listened to Judas on my free time a couple years ago.
Judas is hard.
I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna cap for the podcast. I was listening to Judas.
But anyway, back to the match. The final two is what I kind of expected: Christian and Jungle Boy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the Leo Rush? It's weird, man.
I don't like everybody acting like Leo Rush being over there was such a big deal and then getting eliminated by Matt Hardy in 2 minutes.
That's what I was saying. Like, you didn't even do anything.
Cause if you're not watching the show and then you don't know what happened, and then you just saw Leo Rush showed up to AEW, you think he did like some fly shit? No, he pulled up and got eliminated real quick. That's fly shit.
And botches moved 2 times in a row.
Yeah, just like when when Matt Sydal pulled up.
Yep. The ropes are slippery, man.
Mm-hmm. Stop going up there. So him showing up, whatever. That wasn't a cool debut to me. I watched the show. Y'all can't fool me with y'all tweets. That shit wasn't cool. What I wrote down for the match was the rules for this match is odd, and I forget every time. I still like AEW's like commitment to the casino style because they betted everything on themselves.
You feel me?
Jungle Boy as a special entry was fine. I like that. I like that he came out and it wasn't a new signee.
Well, he signed at New Japan. I heard like he officially signed.
Jungle
earlier.
Boy?
No, Leo.
Yeah, he does stuff on
but I heard like
Strong.
official now. Like he's like officially like signed on.
Motherfucking New Japans don't have shows, man. So who cares? Jungle Boy as our special entry was great because he's not a new signee, and then him being the winner, I'm mixed on it. It's nice that Christian put him over in true Legends fashion. How long can they avoid doing the Omega versus Christian match? I think this is one of the few things that AEW is doing really well, putting off that match and the Bucks versus the Good Brothers.
Well, it looks like Christian going to be feuding with Matt Hardy, which with his family, whatever. So that should be interesting. I watched Elevation. Last night, and they had like a little segment, like it's like it's like after the pay-per-view, where Shivani was interviewing Jungle Boy, and then Christian came out, and then Matt Hardy and the family kind of like jumped Christian, and then Jungle Boy jumped in. So I don't know.
Hey man, whatever postpones him facing off against Kenny Omega, and I would say Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy. Hashtag we'll see, brother.
It'll be fun. It'll be fine.
We'll see.
It'll be fine.
Hey man, we'll see. I'm not saying it's gonna be good. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad.
You hating on my guy, bro.
We will see. Amen. I said it on the show. I said it on the show countless times. I am open to being impressed. So if this match slaps, I'll say it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm mixed on it, I'm gonna be mixed on it. Like that. That's just how it's about to go. The next match, I think that took the fun out of everybody's time, took the win out of everyone's sails.
I just want to preface this by saying, at this point in the show, I was very, very high on this show. I was like, this is fantastic. I'm having a good time right now.
I was too.
Then
it really goes all downhill at this point. So before the match starts, you get all of the America propaganda shit going on here. And after that, it set the tone. I know what I was in for.
You knew what it was.
I said, all right, just do the match, bruh. And then the match happened. Okay, guys, we were all in for Anthony Ogogo. Ha ha. You know, that promo that he did was really great. You know, fuck that Cody promo, this and that. This guy stinks.
He's not ready yet, bro.
Dog, what the hell are they teaching these dudes at the Nightmare Factory, bro? Everybody over there sucks. Nobody over there knows how to work, and they're putting them on national, like they're giving them these grand spotlights, and they're not ready. This guy can't wrestle, bro. He has all the charisma. He can talk. That motherfucker needs some help. And this is where, you know, everybody is like, oh, you know, if they go to the PC, you know, you're not going to see him for a really long time. Shit, you see him more refined.
Yeah.
This guy is terrible. And then Cody has to work with that. Mid-man Cody has to work with that. So what I wrote down was all the US propaganda. I know what time it is. Anthony Ogogo is a terrible worker. Cody is not that great either. So you could guess how I feel about this match.
You know what's interesting too is that WWE also does like America propaganda, but for some reason it didn't feel like this one felt. It didn't
feel overt.
Yeah, it felt nastier
because they didn't really do like the evil foreigner shit. Like, what is it?
The last Evil Foreigner they did was what? Was it Gender?
Rusev,
No,
oh
gender.
man,
It was Gender.
Jinder, yeah. I was about to say Rusev versus John Cena in the flag match.
No, yeah. The last thing I think is Gender, and that didn't really go very well. So, and I think they kind of learned a lesson. I think, I mean, you never know. I think they learned a lesson from that and said, yeah, we probably shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I hope.
Also, what was crazy is that this match didn't even have all the Codyisms.
Didn't have time.
I think that's the most puzzling part about this. Cody even feel like he needed to bring the smoke and mirrors out.
How do you feel about that vertebraker? Yo, I saw. Look, Go would pray for his life. He's like, please, I just don't want to die.
That nigga got pinned to the vertebraker. I say, yo, this nigga got pinned to a signature, bro.
That you know that reminded me of, remember WrestleMania? I forgot which one it was, where Chris Benoit wrestled MVP and Chris Benoit beat MVP with the fucking headbutt. I was like, huh?
I seen that match
at WrestleMania. A headbutt? I never in my life seen that man beat anybody with a headbutt in the all however long I've been watching that guy wrestle.
I would have preferred if a go tapped out to the figure 4 because in boxing, you know, nobody's punching your leg. Nobody's like really punishing the leg. So this would have been out of his boxing element more than apparently wrestling is, period. So Cody went, my final note was all the joy was sucked out of the room once Cody won. I didn't really care for this show after that point. And I feel like a lot of people of color would agree.
Yeah, and then the compound on top of that to make it worse. The next match wasn't that great either.
What was the next match after that?
Lance Archer versus Miro.
So
what did I text you? I said this. I said, you know what? Vince might have been right.
So when I was writing my notes initially, I texted Quan. I was just like, did Lance Archer and Miro happen? Because I don't remember it. I don't remember a single thing about this match. All I remember was it was a hot start, I think, and then that was it. Was it a hot start?
They brawled around the ringside, and then they went to the ring, I think. And then
I remember absolutely nothing after this point.
Look, all I know is that Jake the Snake came out with a fake snake in a bag, and they couldn't even cop the real one. I mean, the way Rusev threw that bag, I hope not. Maybe a phone call made.
I really don't remember this match. If I had to rate it, it would be a 0 or non-applicable.
In my little notes, I gave it a 3. It was like if it was like a standard TV match, I'd be like, that was fine.
A standard TV match on a pay-per-view don't cut it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I understand now why they didn't want to push that button in WWE. I see it now.
I don't really want to I don't want to play up to his WWE past, but like either just based off what you're saying, because I already said I didn't see the match, so I'm not going to try to make nothing up on the spot. Either these motherfuckers don't have chemistry, or Rusev lost his touch, or just ring rust from Lance Archer not being around for a long period of time, unless he was on AEW Darker Elevation.
He was.
Then I don't know what to say.
I don't know, man. It might be just lack of chemistry. I don't think Miro got it, bro. I'm telling you, since he signed on, I just haven't really. Besides that, the arcade match, which I haven't really cared.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
It's a gimmick, man. I'm not even gonna. Wrestling Chuck Taylor and who are both very, very good workers.
Well, you don't have to really work in that match.
You don't.
So, it doesn't really. I've been very unimpressed with Miro, his whole run so far, and now that he's champion and he's having even worse matches than he had before. What fucking ever, man? Like, he's proved the narrative is gonna start where he's proven the WWE wrong. He's the best. He's having these great matches, and he's a fucking mid-carder still.
Yep.
Where is his brass ring? Where is the ceiling breaking, bro? You're still in the same spot you were in before.
Big lateral moves.
Insane. And I believe Hikaru Shida and Britt Baker is next, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. I think I got the show structure right after this point because I really don't remember when the hell that match happened. When Miro and Lance Archer happened. So Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida have a match. I'm gonna just lay off these couple notes so you can have a rebuttal for the most part. I thought this match was very sloppy and wildly overbooked towards the end. Various stuff happening, the courtesy of Rebel. I felt like it didn't need to happen. I think people are a lot more forgiving of this match because they went with the right decision and crowned Britt Baker. Britt Baker is hitting Joey Janela trajectory for me where if the matches aren't hardcore, they ain't really hitting for me. And I honestly feel that a lot. I feel that for most of AEW currently. The match was underwhelming, but I got to remember that Britt Baker is still growing. So I guess I will just ease up on this match a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm definitely more forgiving because the right person definitely won. It started off really sloppy. Like it seemed like they were off, like their chemistry was off. I heard rumors that maybe Britt wasn't, fully there.
Oh,
Some of the match. I don't know how
yeah.
that is.
Well, in AEW fashion, when a competitor just stops moving on the floor, or when they just stop moving and they're laying on the floor limp, the best way to go about it is we gonna see what happens next. So that's how AEW does their thing. What's a concussion in AEW, bro?
Fuck it, bro.
She was just selling really well. Honestly, this is the second time that Britt Baker has been concussed in AEW, and that worries me a little bit. I don't, I'm not a concussion expert. Like, it may happen more often than we think it do, but 2 very bad concussions like this in like 2 years, like it worries me a little bit. Especially seeing it as raw as it was.
We don't want to assume that she had.
Oh yeah. We don't want to assume, but seeing that sort of thing multiple times in 2 years from this same person worries me a little bit.
Been a lot of concussions.
Whatever. Call me safety police. I just want to see Britt Baker hit her like peak potential. That's all. I'm wilding.
No, I get it. You care.
Yeah, that's I care. That is all. Are you excited? I think I wouldn't be wrong if I said we're both excited for this Britt Baker title reign that's about to come, and we both hope that she's featured on the show.
Yeah, they're gonna put her on the show. This is
looking forward to that. Wherever Hikaru Shida goes after this, God bless. You weren't on the show anyway, so I don't really know what to say at this point. Just go back and tear it up on Elevation. I see her on the thumbnail every time, so yeah, I know she's there. We got Darby Allin versus Sting versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Set it off, Quan. I see you doing Birdman hand rubs. Talk to me.
I know you said that you kind of fell out of the show after the Cody match.
This brought me back. I was saying
this brought me back, baby. Look, at first when Sting came out, he had that big old T-shirt on. I said, "Oh no, he's gonna wrestle with some padding." Bro, as soon as I tweeted that out,
he took it off.
I'm like, let me tell you something. I've never in my life popped for somebody taking their shirt off. A grown man taking their shirt off.
Hey, I don't got the Max B sound effect.
Hey, look, I jumped out my chair. I said, "Oh, this nigga bugging." And then, first of all, he no-sold the suplex. Fire. Then my man jumped off the poker chip on the 2 men. He's 60. What is he? 63 years old.
I fought with it.
Fuck with it. I said, you know what? I'm in. They got me.
Okay.
He's moving too.
Yeah, he
got some air in them stinger splashes.
Okay, what I'm about to say here is just a joke. Just chill out. But when I saw that tweet by Seahawk and it said paraphrasing, but he was just like, wow, Sting is wrestling like he hasn't been resting for 6 years.
Oh my God. Good job.
That I was just like, all right. I laughed, but I was just like, all right, come on, bro. He's 60, bro. But I definitely think that the fact that Sting is 61 and he was doing really simple shit, it really got overblown. Because Sting is a veteran, and if he can't do a fucking crossbody from that height, is he really the veteran we thought he was?
Look.
A very simple crossbody. It's not like he did a 450 and no shit.
Fam. First of all, the angle we saw it from was from
Yeah, it made it seem no high. That shit was the second rope, baby.
We don't even know how high. That shit could have been high as shit. We don't know. I wouldn't have jumped off of that at 60.
That shit was second rope, bro.
Look, either way, that man's 62 years old. I fuck with the match. I had very, very low expectations for this match. I thought it was going to be Darby gets his ass beat the whole match, and then Sting comes in, does a little stinger splash. Even the finish was kind of fire.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I thought the rest of the match was really, really great. I thought this match was a lot more entertaining than the Bucks versus Moxley and Eddie Kingston. I thought this match was really great. Right? Yeah, for different reasons. Because they got in and got out. The match ended when it was supposed to, and I feel like if the Bucks match did the same and they didn't have like 7 pin breaks, I thought it would have been cool. My main question here, for the most part, is then where the hell do these guys go after this? And please answer this question while I order food because I'm very hungry.
Well, Sting is in bed rest for a week probably because he ain't getting up. As for Darby, I mean, he got to have world title aspirations at this point, or they're gonna keep it going with the all ego Ethan Page feud, I guess. I don't know what those two guys do. Back to Elevation, I guess.
Yeah.
First of all, and also that spot that Darby wants to kill himself so bad, bro. You gotta relax, my nigga. Like, why? That
go hard or go home, bro.
You're not Spike Dudley. You can't just get thrown in the crowd like that, bro.
Insane.
That was insane.
I thought that shit was hard.
that was terrifying. I was like, oh my god, the guy gonna die.
I hit that. Turn it up.
Turn that up. Look, man. The match was just fun, bro. I really, really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun watching that. Shout out to Sting. I doubted Sting, and he proved me wrong. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, I thought the match was really great. Next match.
Triple threat.
I hope that we. I don't know. I think you think I'm gonna be mad, like negative on this match. Kenny Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac, but I thought these guys meshed well.
It's fine. It was what I expected from them 3 people.
Yeah, it meshed well, better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I forget who Orange Cassidy is and what he used to be and how he wrestles. Sometimes I kind of forget.
In these big matches where Orange Cassidy just decides that he is going to be like Johnny Gargano levels resilient,
yeah,
turn that shit the fuck up.
When he's on his fire ant, I'm in.
Yeah, you feel me? Like he definitely knows when to turn it on.
Yeah,
and Dynamite and Dynamite, he ain't turning it on.
Yeah, like when the gimmick first started off, I felt like he was
had to
do it. Yeah, and then he kind of like, I think he figured it out, or I don't know if him and Tony or somebody figured like, hey, you gotta like turn it up.
They figured out when to do it and then like when not to. And
I think it started with the Jericho feud. I think that's what kind of like, I think maybe Jericho had talked to him like, hey, you gotta like turn that up a little bit, bro.
Or like we gonna maneuver, we gonna figure this out.
Yeah.
And all good with me, man. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I don't remember much about the match because it was Sunday and I had the embryo of fucking goldfish. So I should have I should have took notes. I came in unprepared.
That's why I wrote them all down in spot callers fashion. So what I wrote down was these mesh guys all worked well, all meshed well better than I thought they would. Orange Cassidy being insanely strong really worked. Pac being the glue guy to really get them spot to spot and break pins up and stuff like that was really great. And Kenny Omega didn't stick it up. So that's all I can ask for. I thought the finish was a bit overdone and they didn't need to do all that to Pac. I feel like Pac could have really just lost. Instead, they had to throw all the belts at him, and then Orange Cassidy disappeared at a certain point. But it was great. I thought it was cool.
I enjoyed it. I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I would give it the same. So yeah, a good match from Kenny Omega in a really long time. Let's fucking go. Let's hit the cheer, bruh. All right, so in our main event, we have the Stadium Stampede, the Pinnacle, MJF, Shawn Spears, FTR, Tully Blanchard versus the Inner Circle. I can't believe it. I was about to say The Way.
Oh, no.
The Inner Circle, Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, and LAX, or Pride and Powerful, whatever they want to be called. Santana and Ortiz.
Well, Conan was there, so was LAX.
Yeah, that I popped for that crazy.
See, this is my problem with Stadium Stampede. At this point of the show, I had checked out because it was just too long and I didn't care anymore.
This definitely should have been either after or before the Cody and Anthony Ogogo match.
I don't know what it should have did, but
they wanted to make it co-event. So
the show length was a problem because I think I'm just so used to WWE's shortened their pay-per-views so much at this point.
Same. WWE conditioning.
Yeah, I'm just so conditioned to have shorter pay-per-view, which is funny because back in the day, literally a year or two ago, the pay-per-view was 6 hours long for no fucking reason.
7-hour Mania, baby.
Yeah,
motherfucker. I couldn't do it, bro. But I feel like for the Stadium Stampede, it really could have been either after the Cody and Anthony Ogogo match or before, because at that point, there wasn't any outside brawling at that point besides Lance Archer and that match don't matter. So I think since nobody else was really brawling in the crowd around that part of the card, I thought it would have been cool. So FTR said that this wasn't going to be a comedy match. I laughed. I laughed
a couple times.
So you failed. I laughed a lot. I enjoyed myself. What I wrote down was similar to Blood and Guts. This has it has a brawling, a fight feel. These guys are really just slugging it out. What would she be like? Bowling shoe ugly.
Yeah. Drag out, knockdown fight.
Yeah. The no jokes or comedy stuff was really capped because I was laughing my ass off for a lot of the FTR and LAX stuff, especially in the nightclub, and when Sammy Guevara was smoking the shit out of Shawn Spears.
No, did you see how Tully and them was posted up at the bar?
And then they said Happy Pride Month on it. I was just like, all right, come on, guys.
Oh my god, that was actually pretty funny.
That was very funny. I laughed a lot at that one.
I thought the Urban Meyer spot was funny.
The Urban Meyer spot?
The coach.
Oh yeah.
That was funny. Especially in Urban Meyer to even do it, which makes it even funnier.
What I really liked about this, where they were just like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna dissect it."
Yeah,
and then everybody else is just having their own fights. Sammy Guevara trying to do his best Jackie Chan impressions. Jericho and MJF are just having a very backstage brawl, but it is very extended and long. Jake Hager and Wardlow, they're having a Fast and Furious brawl where it's just two strong men going at it. And I don't even know what to really say about the FTR and LAX stuff, but they were just really just slugging it out in very wrestling fashion. I would say more old school wrestling fashion. That was cool.
And look, man, they did it again. I didn't believe they could do it again with Stadium Stampede, but they entertained me again. I was tired, but I was entertained.
My thing is, with AEW, you can't go wrong with these stipulation matches, except Blood and Guts and the arcade match are probably the only two match stipulations where I was mixed on the match.
And my main problem with Blood and Guts was that it was just the commercials, honestly.
Oh yeah, well I just felt like dudes were just bleeding to bleed, and then they were just fighting, there was no wrestling happening in there. And I thought that was really weird from FTR, who are the wrestling guys,
It's war games, man.
Yeah, but they were just like fuck grapples and holds. We're just gonna bleed and like throw chairs and punch each other. Which I was just like, I guess, like I didn't know I was watching like a goddamn Def Jam Fight for New York match. You feel me? I
That's
was
war
here for
games,
wrestling.
man. You know holds in war games.
Which I was just like, I guess, brother. And then for the arcade stuff, I didn't care about all the competitors in it, so it wasn't just gonna work for me. But like the bunkhouse match, we didn't know what the fuck it was. That shit was crazy. That shit was nuts.
Do you think the bull rope match this week is gonna be fire? I think it's gonna be fire.
No,
You don't think so?
I
think so.
seen one bull rope match, and it was Cody Rhodes versus Jay Lethal.
Well, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like the four corners type of match. I don't know exactly what the kind of match is, but it seemed very similar to the bunkhouse match. I'm assuming, so they might turn up.
Well,
I like Dustin Rhodes. I ain't gonna hold you.
we'll see what happens. I'm open to being impressed. But like other AEWs to be like Stadium Stampede, the Bunkhouse, Lights Out. What else? I know the parking lot brawl between the Best Friends and Pride and Powerful.
Banger.
I think like all AEW stipulation matches or like brawls they have a good ratio for the most part. They're like
a good job with the brawls.
85%.
Yeah.
And then for my final note was Spears came did what he was here what he was meant to do and eat the pin. So the Inner Circle lived to fight another day. Now what? Does MJF continue his quest to end them? If so, why? The Inner Circle is really back, but the Inner Circle is back to where they were before MJF joined the group, where they are top dogs but haven't really achieved anything. Jericho is truly the only breadwinner. I feel like they really need to capture some gold, which has been my complaint for like the past 8 months now.
Yeah, somebody got to do something in that group.
I don't know what they do after this. I don't know, like, because if they continue to fight, what the fuck are y'all doing? When does this feud end? Like, what are we really gonna do here?
Somebody gotta die.
Is that the extremes that we really need to go to?
Somebody gotta die, bro. I don't know.
And this is where blood and guts should have been the blow off.
That's why I'm so confused.
Because somebody would have died. It's like somebody could have died.
Yeah.
And that should have been it. But it is what it is.
All right. Well, anyway, overall thoughts.
After reviewing All Out last week,
All in,
sorry. All in 2018 last week. You can check that out on Patreon. I don't know, man. Because I like a lot of what that original show had to offer because, like I said in like, because it didn't have the TV stuff mixed in with it. And then I didn't really have to think about what's next or how this story moves forward with how a lot of these matches ended. Or, you know, I'm not really thinking about booking in, you know, in logical sense post, you know, All Out because it was
all
really
in was all blow offs.
Yeah.
Everything was a blow off.
Or like All In was like its own kind of independent show.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of just like in its own space. But after this show, you know, I'm left with questions and which is not necessarily a bad thing, but like
that's why you got tuned in, bro.
I'm more concerned about the future more than I'm excited for it. Which wouldn't be how I felt when I was watching, or wasn't how I felt about watching All Out in 2018. I would say this is a much better pay-per-view than Revolution, or what was the last one? Full Gear or Revolution?
Revolution was the last one.
I didn't really like that show at all, so I'll definitely say this show's a lot better. This could be the start of a very good pay-per-view streak, so we'll see what happens. They also announced Full Gear, But whenever I went to look for that news in these news outlets, to do the document for the show, it would not come up. So I don't know when Full Gear is happening.
I believe November. I want to say.
Yeah, it might be after.
It's after. It's after. All. What the hell's in Chicago? All Out. It's after All Out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, November 6th.
That's what I thought. It was November. I thought.
November 6th. So that's happening, and excuse me, that is it from us. There will be no Patreon discussion this week. We will most likely think of something to talk about, most likely an old takeover, and we'll see how that goes. Follow us at the A Show RNC on Twitter. Subscribe to our Patreon, the A Show RNC. You can follow me, Cyrus, on Twitter at H_visibility. You can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot. Tune in to the A Show this week. We have a very special episode of Spot Callers last week where we talked about Lucha Underground. We will have another, the Lucha Underground episode is exclusive on Patreon. So if you want to tune in for that, please subscribe to our Patreon, only $5. And you could get everything that we have to offer and then shows for free. There will be another episode of Spot Callers this week that will be put up on the free feed. And we'll be talking about the Hana Kimura Memorial Show, me and my friend Alora. It's very short, just remembering Hana Kimura and really enjoying what we saw on the show. We talked about a lot of stuff on there and just how we felt about Joshi wrestling too, and it was really great. And honestly, I just felt like it would be really shitty to like charge for this memorial show. Let's just all come together and just honor her together. And that is it. Next week, we'll see what happens because AEW is on Friday next week. So it seems like we're going to record it. We're going to record Tuesday again. So that means you get the episode extra early. So shout out to that. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to our Patreon. Shout out to everybody that listened to the show if you're up to this point. And we'll see all you guys next week.
I got to
what happened?
I got to update. She ain't text me back. She ain't hit me back on the DM.
Is it at least seen?
No, and she posted again. Don't you hate when you text a girl and then she posts something on her fucking social media afterwards?
All the time.
That means you on the phone. You seen my message.
I would say the thing that bothered me recently is when they text, oh, I'm just seeing this. Suck my dick, bro.
Yeah, don't text me that.
Suck my dick, bro.
You been saw that shit. You be on your phone. You put an Insta story every hour on the hour. You saw my fucking text.
You've been posting on IG all week, bro.
You saw it.
And you I'm texting you directly. You just saw it. Mm-hmm. Come on, son. And I hung out with your ass too. You got an Apple Watch, bro. I know you see my shit. Stop playing with me.
Yo, you know somebody on the Apple Watch is crazy.
I'm just like, no, miss me with this shit, bro. If you don't want to talk, just say that shit, man.
You know what I mean?
But that is it. If you a dub, they're gonna let you know. See you guys next week. And